You're watching WMBD News on the Record.
Welcome back. PBS will be receiving federal cuts after U.S. Congress approved less funding for public media. We have WTVP CEO Jen Gordon in the studio. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
And so now PBS Peoria has had a few issues when it's come to money in the past, a few years. Will you be able to survive the funding cuts?
Absolutely. So, and that's one of our biggest points that we want to underscore with the community is we are not going anywhere. Now, when you look at the national landscape, this is a gut punch to the PBS system, and certainly stations across the country are in very, very dire situations today. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy for WTVP. We've got a big mountain to climb ahead of us, but we are uniquely positioned, I think, with our board of directors, with community support, to have a very strong path forward. And
what was it like in the building with all your employees once the funding was dropped? Were emotions high?
Without a doubt, without a doubt. You know, a lot of our employees have been there for their whole career. And PBS is a unique, special place to work when you're in the PBS system. But the first conversation that we had with our employees is our job is to serve our community and to serve our community exceedingly well during this time. I have a very talented team of people. I have a very, very giving and generous board of directors. And we know that this community has loved hard on us for 50 years. We are not going anywhere. We will be asking the community to step up and help us get through this time. But I feel confident that we're going to be able to make it forward with the community support.
And talking about, you know, that way forward, what's kind of the plan for the future? Do you have a rough idea of how PBS will get through these cuts?
Yes. So PBS proper, you know, the PBS system is made up of 330 stations. And they're working on some strategies from the national headquarters. But the main points that I can share is that we're still going to be able to have access to all of the quality national programs that we distribute. And certainly we're going to be delivering our local programs that we produce here as well. In terms of our local strategy forward, we have about a 30% budget cut to make up. So that's the gap that we're looking to fill. And our strategy for that really consists of two sizable matching grant opportunities. And this is based on the wonderful work of our board of directors who have helped come up with the We Believe in WTVP campaign strategy. The general public, if they increase their membership, any amount increased above and beyond last year's giving has the opportunity to be matched up to $300,000. That's a big grant opportunity. And then we also have a special matching grant opportunity for past board members and current board members to raise an additional $200,000. So, you know, it's going to take all of us kind of leaning in to this moment, but we are very confident we have a way forward. We also have an endowment that provides us with a little bit of a runway to get through this time.
So that's a decent amount of money that's being matched.
It is. It is. So if we're looking at, you know, needing to raise about $1 million, with all of those matching opportunities combined, that will get us there.
So you think, you know, the way of the future for PBS to kind of survive through this is through donations, through, you know, public support?
I think in this moment we have to plan for that. There is the hope, the large hope that federal funding will return at some point. However, in this moment, it's not a guarantee, so we have to make a strategy, a map forward that increasingly relies on community support.
And so, you know, what else in the future are you expecting? What do you think that there could be more cuts? Do you think that maybe if the, you know, Democrats get back the House, do you think you'd get the funding back? What are your kind of rough thoughts or, you know, hopes?
Sure. So there is a possibility that in the fiscal year 26 budget, that funds could be allocated for public broadcasting. And that is certainly a hope there. I know PBS is doing a lot of work to advocate for that. We actually, you know, 3 million people reached out to Congress in the last 3 months to voice their support for continued federal funding. So there is some, I think, deep logic that both, you know, Republicans and Democrats want to see some funding come back. Obviously, the rescission package passed by a very narrow margin. It's a very, very narrow margin. We believe that largely the American people still believes in federal support coming for public media. There's a chance that it can come back, but in this moment, we have to be good stewards, and we have to pave a pathway forward to continue to serve our local community. And that's really going to rely on community support.
Speaking on Congress, Representative LaHood said the American people gave Republicans a mandate to eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse in federal government. LaHood voted in support of the broader recessions package because Congress has an obligation to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars. LaHood wants to emphasize that the bill does not cut funding for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting for 2025. Instead of funding the program several years in advance, the bill simply returns to funding the program on an annual basis. LaHood understands the vital role public broadcasting plays in our communities, especially in rural areas, and will continue to advocate for its funding during future annual appropriations processes. Thank you, Jen, so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate your time and wish you all the best at PBS.
Well, thank you.
Now with your local sports at WMBD, we've got your rundown coming next.